The big problem with 38 Spesh.
DIYers, it's been a second since we've covered anything that has to do with the competitive nature of lyricists versus lyricists, but this story intrigues me for a few different reasons. The independent rapper and producer 38 Spesh versus the legendary Jadakiss. 38 Spesh, supremely successful independent artist from the East Coast, had this to say about Jadakiss.
Scared to work with you.
Why you think they're scared to work?
Some people don't want to be outshined on the record. Like, to be honest with you, I did a record with Benny and Kiss, and I happen to have the best verse on the record. I smoked the record, and Kiss never did a song with me again.
Oh, okay. In rapper talk, in rapper talk, them right there is fighting words. Maybe not physical fighting, but that's lyrical barring and sparring words. 38 Spesh said, rappers don't be wanting to get on songs with me. Look, I ain't saying I killed nobody, but I'm just saying I might have killed somebody. The song in question that he's talking about is called Sunday School. A lot of people felt like he did have a standout verse, so he's not lying. But some of the conversation starts to get a little bit wild as he talks about the reason why Jadakiss has not done a song with him.
He never did a song with me again. I don't think he'll ever do a song with me again. No, being honest with you, the song called Sunday School, like, and you know, he told me, like, why you do that on that record? Like, everybody, it was the talk of that time. You got a chance to come redeem yourself, Kiss, come on.
Redeem yourself? We talking about the legendary Jadakiss of 25 plus years. What is it? It feels like it's an onslaught of, let me de-legendify the legends.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
It's almost a mentality of, it's not enough for me to be celebrated unless someone else gets downgraded. Like there's one chair for people to sit in. But continue, we got more points to talk on this.
Come outside, nigga. Come outside.
He talking
Hey,
top
come outside.
I want you to remember this talk, because he said, like, come outside. Come outside. It's a lyricist talking. You should understand what this is. Come outside. Remember he said this. Okay? This is important to the timeline.
We talking top
right
five.
now.
We talking top five.
He talking the
We
top
talking
five,
top
real
five. Listen,
crazy right
listen,
now.
you go play Sunday
I
School.
ain't never heard nobody talking top five
hey, yo,
like
hey,
that.
Yo, and that's a, hey, man. Hey, he been ducking me since. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, that's how it is. He been ducking me since. It's, hey, man, it hurt.
He said Jadakiss denied my money.
How much you got for Jada to be on the verse then?
I offered Jada money, he denied it. That really mean a nigga running. Time out. Time out. Let's put things in its proper perspective, because y'all niggas talk about clout. This ain't clout. You looking at an independent, free man. Y'all never see me again. I still make my money. Listen, homie, I own my music and other niggas' music. Relax.
Oh, okay.
Nigga, look at the credits, nigga.
Heavy talk.
I ain't just sitting here rapping, nigga. I came in this bitch spending my money playing the same game that the Jews play. You niggas will take money from the Jews, you niggas will take money from me. Let's get that shit understood. I don't want to talk to no niggas that's not bosses, homie.
I love that I come from a generation where when it's time to rap, my favorite rappers just rap. Jadakiss did indeed do that. In a song that he exclusively dropped on the Joe and Jada podcast, he gave some bars specifically to 38 Spesh. Peep this out.
Ali, half Shinobi. I've been obliterating niggas for years. Is this about a verse or is this about a career?
Oh, whoa.
Somebody gonna have to tell it.
Lights up, mics up. Let's get these likes up. Hit that subscribe. Welcome back to Talking Facts. I like 38 Spesh. I really like 38 Spesh. I've liked 38 Spesh for a couple years now. I'm seeing an immovable talent when I see 38 Spesh and his name is brought up in these spaces, this hip-hop thing that we got, this thing of ours. 38 Spesh is about to be something special, and he's not new. He's been around since the early 2000s, gang. He's been doing his thing. But many of us just found him in the last 5, 6, 7 years. Let's just be honest. And he is on his way. But there is a big problem with 38 Spesh right now in 2026, gang. It has a lot to do with ego and moving the wrong way. And I want to say this before things get too far. I know a lot of you have been paying attention to the issue with 38 Spesh, Jadakiss, and Jim Jones and others, right? We see a lot of side men jumping in, a lot of men on the moving pieces on the chessboard getting involved with this situation. But there's really only one man that has to deal with this situation within himself, and that person is 38 Spesh. I want to talk about this. I want to break this down because I don't want to just do, oh, who was nicer on the verse, who got better rhymes. No, gang, this issue is deeper. This is a bigger bigger issue in hip hop than just is Jadakiss better than 38 Spesh. There's a lot to discuss. There's a lot of things to discuss with hip hop media, such as Bag Fuel perpetuating this thing and pushing it even further, asking 38 Spesh, what you got to say about Jada responding to you? So it's a lot going on, gang, that I want to touch on. It's not just a 1-2. I'm going to be here for a little bit. I hope you stick around with me. But let's start at the start. 38 Spesh is a very gifted rapper. I put him on my list of best rappers of 2025. I think his album, I put it on there, even though erroneously it might have been already a year old. I think I had to put a deluxe on there or something like that, right? I say all that to say this. 38 Spesh is a good rapper. 38 Spesh is a very talented individual. I want to read his beginning so we can start there and we'll know what we're dealing with, right? 38 Spesh, Justin Harrell, is a rapper and producer from Rochester, New York, known for gritty, lyrically dense street hop. He is also the founder of TCF Music Group, frequently collaborates with artists like Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and DJ Green Lantern. So that upstate New York, that Rochester area, Buffalo, right? Guys of that stature, Griselda, that whole movement that we've grown to love over the last decade. And 38 Spesh is on the tail end of that. He's one of the ones that's coming up with that movement, and he has made a name for himself and has, quote unquote, got rich doing this, right? Let me continue. A prolific artist, his discography includes critically praised collaborative projects like Special Machinery with Conway and Stabbed and Shot with Benny. I believe I've heard all of this. As well as his own 8 Shots album series. Aside from his own extensive catalog on Apple Music, he is heavily involved behind the scenes as an engineer, beat maker, and mentor for other upstate New York artists. Gang, you got to understand what I'm telling you. This guy is not just a rapper. He can engineer, he can make your beats, he can mentor you, and he can make money with you if you give him the chance. Now, where we are with this situation, I don't like it, gang. I don't like that he's coming at Jadakiss, who is a legend in this game. And I think it's kind of just let's be honest, gang, it is a clout chase. It is 100% a clout chase. Like I said, I like Spesh. I really like his music. I like his verses. I like his videos. I like his style. I like his swag. I like all of that. But when we peel back the layers, this thing with Jada was a ill-fated, a misguided clout chase, and it's going wrong because what we have is a guy starting to get very, very goodwill from the people in this culture. And the first thing you can do in this culture to lose goodwill is to come at one of our legends, gang. We do not like it. We don't care. We don't care how nice you are. Ask Joe Budden when he came at Method Man. It got Joe Budden a whole lot of bad will, a lot of ill will, and a lot of ill votes on his timesheet, gang. And what we don't like is when guys who have a lot of potential, they put all of that on the line for one verse. They make it like that one verse has changed the game. But I'm here to tell you, gang, I'm going to be very respectful to 38 Spesh. I hope he does watch this because that's my guy. I like 38 Spesh, but we gotta smooth this out. We got to smooth this out, gang. Listen, one rhyme, one verse does not change the game, right? How Hov say one verse can fuck up the game? Well, it can't. it can mess it up for a little bit, but it don't change the game. It don't reverse legends. It don't reverse careers. We got to keep it a buck. This is way too much. Just lunacy over I had a better verse than Jadakiss, because now you got Jadakiss upset. He's not showing it, but he's feeling the way. You got Jim Jones jumping in, rightfully or not. He jumped in and said what he had to say, and now we got guys talking about on site. This is all a beef being perpetuated over a misguided attempt at actually paying homage and showing love. If we peel back the layers, 38 Spesh loves Jadakiss. Gang, I can't say it no other way than that. He loves this guy because his feelings, his emotions, he feels a way that Jada won't get on the verse. So what we do as men, our pride gets in the way. And what we do, Jada ducking me. Gang, I don't know if you guys know what's going on. I'm gonna get to the whole thing. I've been rambling for a little bit, but I'm gonna get to the whole thing. What's going on for those that don't know? Long story short, 38 Spesh called out Jadakiss for not getting on the record again with him because he so-called, quote unquote, washed him on the record that they got on together. They didn't know the other one was going to be on there. 38 Spesh sent in the verse, Jada sent in the verse. Guy put them together. People, according to 38 Spesh, said 38 Spesh had a better verse. 38 Spesh is saying that now, since he so-called outperformed Jada won't respond and get on a new song with him, even though he's paying him. Gang, let me read this so we can all be on the same page, because I know some of you guys don't know what the heck is going on. Who the hell is 38 Spesh and why is he mad at Jadakiss? The conflict between underground rapper, producer 38 Spesh and legendary MC Jadakiss began when Spesh claimed on the Bag Fuel podcast, salute the Bag Fuel, they love being in the middle of everything that got some controversy, gang. I don't know what's going on over there with Esso and Heineken. Maybe we'll figure it out one day. Maybe I'll go over there and talk to Esso and Heineken one day and just ask them, what is your problem with these old school rappers? If you're not feeding them to each other like wolves to make them fight, you disrespecting the whole situation of older heads. These guys are the two oldest niggas I've ever seen that don't like old niggas. I've never seen nothing like it. They had Eric Sermon up there telling him, we don't want to see old niggas rapping, gang. It's the weirdest shit ever. But somehow, some way, 38 Spesh ends up on the Bag Fuel podcast. And he says he smoked Jadakiss on Benny the Butcher's 2021 track Sunday School, right? It's 2026. That's 5 years ago, right? 38 Spesh alleges that Jadakiss avoided working with him afterward because he was scared of being outshined, gang. And I want to stop right there, and I'm going to get to the rest of it because it's more to the story. But this is not how you pay homage, gang. You don't tip your idols to come out and be your rivals, gang. And I get it. We all hungry. MCs, we are very competitive, right? And some MCs say the quiet part out loud. We saw Dot do it. We saw Lupe do it. We saw a lot of MCs. When they feel away, some of them can't contain it. We just saw Lupe ruin 20 years. Gang, I'm going to keep it a buck. We saw Lupe Fiasco destroy 20 years of goodwill in a matter of a week by going at Quality, Kendrick Lamar, and everybody else who stood in his way, throwing a temper tantrum because he felt lyrically he's nicer. And y'all ain't paying attention to him like you should. And this is where we are with 38 Spesh. I think he's making a big mistake. I'm going to reiterate this because somebody's going to get in my comments and say something stupid. I like 38 Spesh. I'm rooting for him. I don't want to see him destroy his career before it really gets going. Listen, he may have made a lot of money. He may be popping, but this thing could end tomorrow, gang. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. I like 38 Spesh. I'm going to say this 100 times. Just like when I talk to Math Hoffa and everybody else that I like you, guy. But I need to be honest with you. I like 38 Spesh, but he goes on and on about how he's independent. Independent only work if the fans like you. It only works if they like you and have goodwill about you. When they got to choose against you and Jada, they're going to choose Jada 80%. We don't need fans turning fans into trying to make them choose. This is not how you do it. You don't call out a legend. And you see how fast it turned from friendly banter to dudes talking about, I sick my little homie on you. It's on site when I see you. It turned quickly into nonsense. It devolved when you dealing with street dudes. It devolved quickly. Now Jim Jones talking about he got a green light on you and his man coming. All that. I'm sure you can handle your business, but why should you have to? Why should there be unnecessary friction once again with upstate New York and the city, right? Why is there friction again? We saw friction when Funk Master Flex didn't like Conway, didn't want him up there on the freestyle. Conway felt away, right? They're like siblings, gang. They're like the cousins that they live upstate, but they want to be in the city. They want you to respect them when they come through or they're going to have a problem, right? These are the cousins, you don't see them much, but when they come in. And this is what's going on with 38 Spesh and Conway and Benny. All of them want their respect when they come through for what they did. And I think 38 Spesh is taking it personal that Jada won't get on a verse with him. Now, let's ask yourself this. Why do we have to? Jada is internationally known. He don't owe nobody no verses, gang. I know 38 Spesh said a lot of things to a lot of different podcasters. He went on Bag Fuel and other places saying this, that, and the third. Jada scared. He ducking me. I try to pay him. He won't accept my money. Why is he taking shots? Then Jim Jones jumped in talking about it. He ain't got a tank top on of all things. The weird shit is like now we talking about niggas clothes, this, that, and the third. What we're trying to get to the point, the bottom line is Jada don't have to do a verse with anyone. Once you reach a certain level, it doesn't matter if you're better or not. You can't goad him out by saying, I'm better than you. And then when he come out with the verse, the little lines that he spit about Aroma, you go and start dissing him about the record that he made. This is not how you win fans. It ain't how you win verses. And if you do ever get a verse from him, it's going to be adversarial. And the fans not going to take your side because Jada has too much love. You got to understand, Jada been around since Biggie Smalls. Jada got records with Biggie Smalls, my guy. You can do the next 5 verses. You guys could do 5 songs straight. You could do 5 verses straight and be better than him for 5 songs in a row. You still haven't even come close to the love Jada gets all over the world right now. So it's 2 different lanes we're playing in. It doesn't matter how that makes you feel. You got to understand. And I like 38 Spesh. I'm saying this shit. This is the realest shit I ever wrote. Right? I'm always writing real shit. But you gotta understand, this not how you gain favor in hip hop. Let me say this so everybody will know what's going on. Right? Let me finish. Jadakiss eventually responded to these call-outs, escalating the feud. Kiss took offense to the comments, declaring he was going to go in the studio to do some samurai swording. On a track called Aroma, debuted on the Joe and Jada podcast, he fired direct bars at 38 Spesh, calling himself a career repo. What did you expect him to do, my guy? I'm just going to be honest. I saw 38 Spesh return the bag fuel to respond to Jada. Not even with lyrics. He responded to Jada, clowning Joe, clowning DJ Khaled. Said DJ Khaled and Fat Joe were Jadakiss's backup dancers. He's cracking on Jadakiss's book bag, right? They're not taking this serious, gang. These guys are making millions at a podcast. They rap when they want to. They're not taking it serious. And I understand. I'm going to keep saying I like 38 Spesh, but you're taking it way more serious than they are. In my opinion, you're taking it way more serious than they are. These guys don't have no reason to respond or mention your name whatsoever. Because right now, you're putting yourself in an awkward situation. The only people who going to want to have you up there is people like Bag Fuel who want to stir up controversy. Because other people are going to start backing away. And I know that 38 has a problem with the industry acting the way they do, but the industry is the industry. A lot of dudes come in the industry with this real nigga mentality. Y'all niggas ain't real. Of course not. It's the music business. These people sit at cubicles. They work jobs. They try to pay their car note. No, they don't keep it real, my guy. No. Not the rappers, not their agents or their teams. Ain't no keeping it real. You got to learn to play the game or not play it at all. It's 2 different things. This ain't hustling on the block. And let's be honest, we both been out on the block, and everybody out there don't keep it real. Half your raps are reminding niggas that ain't real, so we can't say it's real nowhere. That's a myth. Streets is a myth. So you're coming into the game with a myth mentality that the game gonna be different than the streets, where the streets ain't even like that. You gotta learn to take your love where it comes. If Jada won't give you a verse, if you smoked him, then chalk it up to a nigga I smoked. Old nigga can't keep up with me. Just leave it at that. But you can't go back and respond again and again and again. And you're baiting them up and you're this, that, and the third. Because what's going to happen is Jada could say the most redundant shit at this point. He could say the most basic shit. And the podcast is going to be like Screwface and everybody else jumping about their seat. Oh, my God. Because the love is already there for Jada. He don't have to prove nothing. And what's going to happen is they got a little respect for you, and the commentators on YouTube, they know your name, they like your music. I love Mother and Gun. Love it. One of my favorite records. But we're not going to turn on Jada for a new guy that's coming in kind of disrespectful, and let's just say this, for lack of a better word, arrogant. This is a Troy Ave situation to me. I feel like what I'm seeing is what started to happen with Troy Ave. Troy Ave was getting lauded as one of the best independent artists from New York. He was starting to get a lot of love. He was starting to get named in a lot of blogs and magazines, and people was like, have you heard Troy Ave? This is how you do it. Independently, Troy Ave is doing his business. And then Troy Ave got cocky. He was already cocky, but he got way too cocky because he started dissing other rappers for not doing this, that, and the third. He took a page out of 50's book and he started getting a little too, he started to get a little too much. Doing too much, saying too much, getting too disrespectful because he was that nigga. So what's going on with Troy Ave? Right now, Troy Ave love is almost kaput. Yes, Troy Ave claims that he can still sell records, this, that, and the third. But in a love department, Troy Ave, I don't know many legends, if any, going to give a whole lot of features, respectable legends. Right now, going to rock with Troy Ave in one way, in one capacity or another. Yeah, some of them going to rock with him. But Troy Ave has made himself almost a pariah in a lot of ways, not just one or two. So we used to have this affinity and this love for Troy Ave, like, yeah, go ahead, Calvin, do your thing, Calvin, get that job at Whack Arnold. Now we looking at it like, I wonder how Troy Ave gonna screw this up. I don't want 38 Spesh to end up ostracized like a Troy Ave. And no disrespect to Troy Ave, but everybody knows what I'm trying to say. Troy Ave caught the most hate of anybody in a long time. Troy Ave might have invented a new level of hate he unlocked a new level of hate that we never seen. I don't want Troy Ave, I don't want 38 Spesh to do the same thing. Now, whereas he would have went to New York and got love, which he always, I'm sure, already did. Now you got to go to New York muscled up, head on the swivel. No matter how tough you are, and I'm sure you're rough and tough and all that stuff, but now you got to go in these spots, and I'm sure in his mind, he's like, I'm always doing that, da-da-da. Sometimes, my young fella, sometimes you got to listen to older gentlemen when they telling you something. Sometimes you got to listen. You don't want to be going nowhere, head on a swivel, soldiers and trying to tally up how many heads we got because things might jump off. And yeah, they might jump off either way. And you're ready for that, but you don't want to escalate them. That's not what we do this hip-hop thing for. We want to, especially as we get older, we want to move in these spaces with impunity, dap up hands. We don't want to be worrying about, of course, we're going to watch our surroundings and be ready for this, that, and the third. But we don't want Jim Jones' little homie trying to make a name for himself. Because you said something about Jim Jones, this, that, and the third, over something that should have never gotten this far. All right, so I don't know if you guys know what's going on. And to me, let's be honest, it don't even matter who smoked who on the record, gang. This is when we peel back everything and we start being real. It don't even matter. This when dudes take shit too far. Time out. Time out. What we talking about in the scheme of things don't matter. I told you I watched Wayne's World. I think it was Wayne's World 2 back in the 80s. And they were trying to make one song to change the whole world. They were given, I don't know who gave them the command, maybe heaven or something. They said, you guys are going to make one song and it's going to change the whole world, the end world, famine and everything else. It's going to start world peace. One song. In the real world, ain't one song, ain't changing everything. And this sounds like this one song is way more important than it actually really is. Let's just be honest. We're declaring World War III between two different kingdoms over one song. Maybe 38 did body Jada. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. But imagine at this point in the game where we got all these forces being dragged in. Now you got Fat Joe in, and you're dragging all of this stuff in because of a verse that may or may not have been better or not. I don't even care. Who dragged who? At this point, we got a legend versus a guy that's trying to be a legend, and the guy that's trying to be a legend is going about it wrong. Because you can't bring that energy into legendhood. It doesn't work like that. You can't become a legend by bringing down a legend, because at this point, this guy is stamped and goated. The more you try to bring him down, so whatever verse you writing and you're dissing him, you're trying to talk about his clothes, his teeth, whatever you're going to say about him, you got to remember, now you got 1 million fans all over the world. You're good. Whatever verse you writing about Jada right now, it ain't about Jada. I need to be 100% clear. 38. I need you to understand what's going on. Whatever you're writing ain't gonna matter to Jada. It's gonna matter to his fans, who used to go in your comments and be like, yo, blah, blah, they was chill. Now they're gonna be angry. Right? And only an arrogant man would not understand that that's a problem. Only a man that's going to regret this in the future is not going to pay attention to what I'm saying. We've had Nas and Jay in all these different battles back in the day that they've come to terms with and have shook hands and been friends for decades because they've outgrown it. You're entering that. 38 Spesh is 41 years old. You're not going to enter into lyrical warfare and have fans choosing, and you don't need that at this point in your career. You're hitting a point where you're trying to elevate. A battle right now with Jadakiss is going to take you backwards, my guy. Win, lose, or draw. You can't win it. Because you could write the greatest verse ever. You could body Jadakiss for the next 5 albums. Won't matter, because you're going to have a whole lot of fans that's going to go out of their way to call you trash. It doesn't matter. It's not a battle you need to fight. It ain't a battle you're going to win. He has way too much history. This guy raps with Mariah Carey and a whole lot of other people. He has way too much history. You can't talk your way out of this. You can't go on Bag Fuel and have, it ain't enough things you can say on there. Because the internet is not really that real of a place, gang. I'm going to be honest. The real world is the real world. And you could do all the interviews you want. They're not going to change how the real world feels about Jadakiss. And you feel a way about it too, because you wouldn't be going along with this far. You really, really want that verse with Jada. There's 100 other rappers you could be rapping with. Jada is a legend. That's why you're chasing the verse. And let's just imagine this. Imagine you are better than Jadakiss. Let's just imagine in some world. And he knows it. Okay? I get it. That's a badge of honor to say, okay, Jada's scared of me. I body Jadakiss. Okay. The quiet part out loud. You said it. We got it. You don't need to chase this. You don't need to chase that I body Jadakiss. He's not going. Who wants to get on the record with a nigga gonna body him anyway? You're gonna run off a whole bunch of other features. Believe it or not, this niggas just like this ain't that. Like, these ain't the guys from back in the 90s that want the challenge. They don't wanna hear all that. The guys now, they don't want to hear somebody, oh, he better, he nicer, he can't fuck with. They don't. The competition ain't what they want no more, gang. As you reach a certain age, you up in your 40s and 50s, you want to coast and do your features, get your money, live peacefully, chill with your wife, run your business. You don't want niggas going back and forth about, did I get bodied? Did he body you, smoke you down? You rather step away from that. You rather avoid that. And I get it, real MC will want to take the challenge at some point. Is it worth it? Because you got niggas like you and yourself going to be saying, he got smoked, he got bodied, his legacy's up. Dudes don't want their legacies questioned when they're in their 50s, my guy. At this point is where you hanging up you're hanging up your cleats. You're throwing your jersey in the rafters. You're not trying to have one last hurrah. So you'll chase off more features than you get with the attitude that I'm trying to body you when you get on there. No, you want to collaborate with guys. Body them in quiet. Body them in peace. Right? I'm trying to body you niggas. Body them and body them in silence. Strike up take a whole list of moral victories that you won. But you don't want to keep antagonizing people that you really respect, because what they're going to do is side with him and you're going to get less features. And if that don't matter, then it don't matter. If it don't matter, then we got to stop talking about features altogether. Because I'm going to assume you're making all this noise because you want to play the game. Right? You don't want to play it the way they play it. You don't want the handshake saying, yeah, I got you, and then they don't do it. But that happens all the time, my G. You can't take that stuff personal, and it seems like you are. Again, I like 38 Spesh. I need y'all to understand that. But what happens is somebody liking you today after 4 and 5 and 6 hints and twinges of arrogance and short-sightedness and not understanding the game, after a while, people start to be like, I don't know about cuz. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to listen to that new shit. I'm a culprit of that. Once I get to a certain point, gang, I can't, it's right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm that guy that once I reach that point, I won't listen to nothing you make. I'm just that guy. And it's a lot of people like me. And I'm not telling you, listen, I need people to understand. I need Spesh to understand. For whatever reason he's watching this or whatever. I need you to understand. I'm not telling you what to do. You're going to do whatever you want to do. That's fine. This ain't that. I'm not a guy trying to say, Spesh, you need to do this, that. What I'm telling you is, I get it. It's all a street code and this, that, and the third. And being a real one, all that matters. But what you're trying to do is be in the music business. Not the street business. Two different things. These people different. And once they don't love you no more, they don't love you no more. Joey Badass felt that shit out the hard way as well. When he tried to tiptoe into that thing with Dot and he lost a lot of love. And that album didn't sell well and that tour didn't either. So what I'm trying to tell you is it sound good to say, I'm independent, I've been doing... All of that chest beating and this, that, and the third is good until they stop buying the records, until they stop streaming them, until they stop coming to the shows. You got to understand what these fans are there for. They are there because they like you, they respect you. They don't have to be there. That's the one thing that rappers starting to get these days that they don't... Redman and Method Man, they understand. These fans don't have to come out. Every time they come out, we're going to put a show on, da-da-da. They respect the fans. When you start acting like you're bigger than the fans, the rappers, the program, the game, when you start acting like, I did this, I do this myself, I'm independent, da-da. After a while, you're going to pay for it. People want to like you. Take my advice or don't, but people want to like you. They want to like you. And when you keep coming at guys that are clearly above your level in stature, they have to be above your level in stature because you wouldn't want to work with them so badly. So when you keep coming at guys that are looked at as legends in this game, after a while, the fans are going to start to look at you sideways and they're not going to want to stream your next project or your artist project. So right now, before this gets out of hand, my guy, again, this is my man. This is my man's. I like 38. Before this gets too far, I feel like this is where we can just dead it. I think a phone call. I'm not telling you to beg niggas. I know how these street niggas think. Fuck you, nigga. Da, da, da. I'm not telling you to beg niggas. I would say either, just my opinion, just it's over. No verse, cool. It is what it is. Move on. People will forget this. They'll remember it, but it won't mean so much. If you write a verse, dissing Jada, da-da-da, at some point they're going to say, Jada didn't even deserve it. This is where it's going. It's getting to a point you're low-key bullying it. And some of these fans going to start being like, bro, Jada minding his business. He doing a podcast. He don't bother nobody. Why are you dissing him? He didn't even really diss you. He made a statement. So right here is where we can regain some normalcy, right? How homeboy say on the Titanic, order. We must have order here. We can retain some level of order right now. Right now. As a matter of fact, you could literally go up to the podcast if they'll have you. And I know that's going to feel a certain kind of way, but it shouldn't, because you guys don't have no real beef. There's some MC shit, some rapper shit that has turned into some street shits, kinda, because they talking about green lights on you and all this crazy shit. So what I'm saying is this, it can get resolved Just like the thing with Conway and Flex. What did Conway end up doing? Going up there and rapping. He went up to Flex show and rapped. That's all he wanted in the first place. Conway was mad at Flex because he wouldn't let him rap. He said he didn't like it. Well, they resolved it. They moved on. Conway is beloved all over again, and voila. My advice, and I'm going to leave it at this, 38, this is not it. It ain't that serious. This going to resonate for years, get worser and worser until somebody's clashing at a steakhouse like Freddie Gibbs and Jim Jones. And I'm sure you can handle yourself, but why should you at 41 years old have to be fighting in some steakhouse? Or God forbid, shooting, stabbing. It's not worth it. I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't have nothing else to say about it. I really don't. Everything else is moot points. Who fashion gear is this, that, and the third. Can Jim Jones rap or not rap? None of that stuff matters. Because you got a legend and a soon-to-be legend, but he's kind of throwing his legacy. He's putting it in danger by challenging a man who never challenged him first over one verse. I'm going to leave it at that. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Every Wednesday night, we go live on the What Show. Me, TJ, and Fleers, 9:15, 9:30 on all my social media platforms. Once we get back off a break, I got a Patreon account. Head on over to Charles Brown Patreon. You can join for free. I do exclusive episodes over there and on my YouTube membership. All right? I got new merch, though. This, that, and the third merch that is on my page. You can find that. It's shirts, hats, mugs, this, that, and the third. That coincides with the morning show. Every morning, 8 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Tap in. We always in there having a good time in the chat. All right. The Timberland. We got the Peanut Butter Tim's video single. We got a new single coming called Cruel Summer. We dropping a deluxe, the What album project. This, that, and the third. All right. Listen, man. I'm out of here. I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.